welcome to the Questionnaires podcast, where each week we source the best questions from Yahoo Answers and attempt to provide the best advice from...
How do you move a table in Microsoft Word without destroying the space-time continuum?
To...
Do you think Ross from Friends ever gets Schwimmer's ear?
We're here to prove that every question deserves an answer. Joining me this week, as always, is Marcus.
Hello.
And Damien.
Hi, Tom. And pivoting back to you now.
Back to me. That question did spark a bit of discussion about Friends, which I always like to do. And I know Marcus had recently watched through all of Friends.
I did watch all through Friends, and as my opinion of Ross, which is always low, only got up one out of 10.
It's funny because I was like, I knew he hated Ross, and I'm like, he'll watch Friends and he'll see that he's
He'll
wrong.
see the appeal. It was more like every time Ross came on screen, I would just fast forward a little bit.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
No. You ruined the story.
Scrub ahead
But
10
that being
seconds.
said, just scrub it. I said this before. Ross is just like, all right. You asked me before, Damien, before we started, do I like Gunter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross is just the more camera heavy person, Gunter.
He just gets more screen time.
Yeah, he has more screen time. He's creepy. He's weird.
He's a brunette Gunter.
He's a brunette Gunter.
He's like the
That's
alternate universe of Ross. Ross and Gunter are basically from different universes,
Exactly.
the same person.
Exactly.
Okay, how's it going, guys? How we feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Feeling good for a Saturday.
Mate,
It's a good day. It's
absolutely.
sunny outside, you know.
Yeah, I was just going to say football is back as well.
Yes.
We're very happy about that as Melburnians. I think that's a big thing.
Yes.
I think it's great to see the MCG nice and full.
Yeah,
as well.
Semi-full.
But
But
what I mean is better than an empty MCG.
better than an empty
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it. At least we don't need to hear the players grunting every time they did something.
Right,
we actually
right.
heard fans cheering.
Have you guys had this? I've been finding this recently because I listened to some podcasts that are based in the US and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And hearing them talking about still going through COVID and lockdown and stuff. And I almost feel like I feel a bit guilty to be like,
Right.
oh, we're out today we got me and Mark's have a Bucks party, we're going go-karting and stuff.
Yeah.
You're talking about full crowds of the football. I'm like, oh, I feel a bit guilty that
the difference
we're
is
doing well.
they're still sort of doing that though. And they're just sort of going ahead.
They're doing
I'm
that
sure you
with
can
the risk of...
With a lot more
I reckon you
human
can
cost.
go karting in Tennessee. I reckon you could probably go karting
You're
in Tennessee.
probably right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I always find it weird, we're living life almost too normal now, yeah?
Right.
It doesn't feel like... My partner said it last night while watching the football, she goes, where's the social distancing?
Oh,
I go,
yeah.
who cares? It's like at this
He's
point...
like, shut up, 40's back, 40.
Just shoves a meat pie in her face.
Crush a can on your head. Shotgun.
I just said it's non-existent. No one cares.
When there was a rule for those who might not know that you weren't allowed to stand up at the football.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I was like, okay, that's fair enough, but also how are you going to police 50,000 people standing up when a goal's kicked?
Yeah, true.
It's impossible. It was just a weird thing. Do you know what they had to do? Put a really low ceiling above every seat so people would smash their head on it.
It's forever limboing.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was the only way around it.
Everyone had to walk around like the Exorcist girl on their hands and legs, sort of crab
Walking
crawling
away.
backwards.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's good to see that sort of stuff coming back, and I'm pleased. At
I
least.
am pleased. I'm pleased.
All right,
100%.
Look, let's get into the show, guys. We're here to answer questions from the website Yahoo Answers. It's what we do each and every week. We find questions and try to provide advice to these people and help them on their way. That's how the show works. The other thing we do is we choose a theme each week to name the question asker, and it's Marcus's theme this week.
Yeah.
Can I guess your theme, Marcus?
You can.
You know it straight away.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess.
All right,
I
cool.
think Marcus's theme is I want you to name your question askers after your least favorite trait of Ross. Is that your
Marcus?
Close.
He's a think on his feet sort of person.
Close. It is very close. But no, it's wrong.
No.
Okay, let's hear it.
I want you to name your question after a justice boner. All right?
What?
Something,
Oh, yes.
something that's happened either you've seen or it's just like, yeah, fucking right, you got that happen to you. All right?
I like this.
So justice bonus when you see something
Where you feel like justified. Like
right, and you
justice has
get
been served.
excited about
Yeah.
it.
Can
You go
I
first.
show my justice boner?
Yeah.
This
Gross.
this one's going to come from. How do you name it then? This one's going to come from police pulling over a speeding driver.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
That was mine.
Oh, no.
It happened to me before.
Really? It happened to me last week. We were coming back from one of the weddings and some guy was overtook us and floored it. And then up ahead we saw flashing lights. Sure enough, it was the ute that overtook us, pulled over.
Yeah.
Coppers got him.
I'm just imagining Marcus pulling up beside the cop, giving him the nod, and then driving off.
Marcus drives past, goes, Justice boner!
It's the perfect justice boner.
Because it's a perfect boner.
Almost.
All right.
Pups. Pull over, I guess.
Pull over.
Pull over.
Pull over. Writes in, how do I ask for my giveaway prize? Recently, I won a giveaway for soap on Instagram. I was really excited because it's themed after a podcast I like and was worth about $60. They messaged me to ask for my address and said they'd get back to me when they had sent it, but I haven't gotten any messages in almost 3 weeks. I have really bad anxiety and was wondering if there is a way to ask without seeming weird or rude. I already felt kind of bad getting a free product from a small business, so I don't want to seem greedy or something. I don't know. Pull over. So this person's won a prize through social media.
Right.
And they didn't get it. And they haven't got it, and they've got no contact from...
Oh.
Yeah. They've got no contact.
I wonder how that feels.
They got a big laugh from us. We won't get into it anyway. But
Something about the way social media promotions work, and sometimes people just go silent.
Yeah,
and it's frustrating.
Radio
Yes.
silent.
Yeah.
I hope they hear this.
yeah, like that's a tough one. I do think if a company is doing a competition and they're putting that out there,
Yeah.
you deserve to follow that up, because I've seen so many cases of YouTubers who will be like, you subscribe, you leave a comment, and we're going to pick one person and we're going to give that person $1,000.
Yeah.
And they never do it. They just do it to jack their numbers up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, you should absolutely be held accountable for that.
Right.
You're going to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, but do they ever actually pick out a name?
Well,
And
no,
then they never
it fades off into the distance.
funny.
They're
We should start some competitions
Yeah,
like
right,
this.
it's false
Maybe we
Marcus,
can bump up our
no.
numbers.
We're saying that's what you're not supposed to do.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the bad
Oh,
thing.
my bad.
Marcus is like, you tell me we can do... We don't have to wait for people to give us products to sell to then auction off in
We can
in
just give them
competitions.
away.
We can just pretend.
Yeah.
No, Marcus, that's not the idea.
He took the wrong message from what I just said then.
I hope it's obvious that we wouldn't do that, considering we've had 220-something episodes, and I think we've had like 3 giveaways in the entirety of the podcast.
Yes.
And we've actually given away.
And we
Look,
actually have given them
one
away.
was 2 months later, but we gave it away.
Yeah.
There's never been a YouTube video like outing us saying we never gave the prize away,
Right.
because we always do.
Right, exactly. And
I
it's-
just think it's a shitty thing to do to
It
people.
is 100%.
It's funny because I didn't think I'm just too optimistic with the world, and I just see the good in everybody, and I'm like, well, why would they do that? And then in one of the comments below this question was, this is a response, says, you fell for the oldest social influencer scam out there. There was no giveaway.
Yes.
Influencers say they're doing a giveaway so that
Yes.
they will get more views. The rules usually are you have to subscribe, press a like, and leave a comment. The more comments you leave, the likely you will get chosen. Just look up influencer scams and then report them to the scammers. And I was just like, oh shit.
This is actually a thing.
Like you, Marcus, you didn't realize that was something that like would be an option for people to do.
Yeah.
We're just too oblivious to the world.
We are just too, like, you think you put a competition out there,
Yep.
you got to have a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
But the people who are sneaky.
Have you guys ever won anything that you had to follow up, where you were like chasing down?
I
prize?
don't think I've ever won anything that I had to chase up. I won a bunch of PlayStation 1 games when I was in like grade 4, I
Right.
think, in like a Big W competition or something
That's
like
the
that.
equivalent of winning the lottery at that age.
It
It was
is.
basically like
You were a millionaire. You were
I'm
Steve
going to
Jobs.
retire on this game
Okay,
now.
cool.
I won like 3 games. Problem was, I didn't have a PS1.
Oh no, that's so
What do you
sad.
But what better reason to buy for me to get a PS1 from mum than being like, I got these 3 games.
Yeah.
It's like buying a suit to match your tie. It's like, it's foolish, but I mean,
Did you get one in the end?
I did get one, yeah.
perfect.
And I entered a competition of about a game that I also didn't have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To win more games.
Right.
Yeah, so like, and the other thing I will say is that with a lot of these competitions, whenever you go to like enter a competition, there's usually like a bunch of terms and conditions, right? It's like, here's the full terms and conditions. You can't be related to anyone that's in the
Competition?
Yeah.
all of that sort of stuff. But none of these influencers do that. Like, and
No.
even when we have a competition like this to send in a response, legally, is that like the right thing to do? I don't know if we should be like.
What do you mean? Oh, do you think we should have like a contract
we
or
don't have a
terms and
contract.
conditions?
Yeah, we don't have
it's
any-
the Wild West.
It's a Wild West of
We're
competitions.
just like handing out headphones and stuff like that. Just like from our like walking around with our Spurs and our cowboy hats, or Damien specifically.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Like that's the
He's the
thing.
Wild West
It's sort of
man.
just anything goes,
He's
and
the
like
sheriff.
people just sort of like. I can understand why people would be hesitant to
Enter competitions?
but I
But
mean,
I also think we are such small fry in the world of competitions that if someone, let's say we had a competition and we didn't give the prize out,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could drum up enough media interest to
Right.
get us in trouble.
Cancel us.
It's like, who cares about a podcast that racks up, 100 to 200 listens a week?
Yeah, yeah.
Who gives a crap about those
That
guys?
doesn't matter.
There hasn't to 2,000.
Sorry.
right.
I misspoke.
Yeah.
The decimal point.
I meant 1 to 2 million listeners
Yeah,
a week.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You get what I'm saying, though, where it's
Yeah.
like a bigger competition,
Yeah.
let's say like a big W.
Or if you're winning a car.
Or McDonald's.
Big
the
W would take a big L if they got taken
Yeah,
to court.
right.
Yeah,
It's a big
exactly.
win for you.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Monopoly thing with the cars and all
Yeah,
that thing.
well, it's like-
I'm not Monopoly, the McDonald's Monopoly.
You know when you go to a shopping center and there's like a Mustang sitting in the middle and it's like Mustang lottery. It's like
Yeah.
you're going to win this. One person's going to win this car.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, that'd be sweet. Oh, I'm going to buy some tickets. Can you imagine me in this Mustang? I don't know, whoever.
Yeah, I've never heard of or met someone that's won one of
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
In fact, to be fair, I don't enter any competition.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, it's a waste of time. But you got to be in it to win
It's
it.
not a waste of
You've
time.
got to be in it to win it. I agree, because one of my friend's mums always enters competitions and wins ridiculous amounts of things.
Yeah.
He's always like, I'm going to this gig because my mum entered a competition. I'm going to this gig.
Yeah, right. In the Mustang that we won from the supermarket.
Yes.
Good.
Boom.
I was once like his mum,
Yeah.
very sexy. No, joke. That's
He's going to know who he is.
he listens to this show. That's going to make him really upset. I'm sorry. That was very inappropriate. No, I used to enter competitions when I was in uni. I used to have a lot of downtime between periods, so
Yep.
I would just enter as many competitions as I could. I was winning the most random things. Like I bought like a blender for my mum, winning calendars, tickets to movies.
Nice.
My dad was a Clint Eastwood fan. I just like entered and won a bunch of like DVDs and books for him.
Yeah,
just,
wow.
just whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I was winning because like not that many people were entering.
Right, of course. It's so like obscure. Like how many people are entering the Clint Eastwood like box set collection
Yeah,
competition?
100%. But I remember a competition back in the day that me and my brothers, when we were big into skating, we entered it, and we were supposed to win like 5 skateboards,
Yeah.
all this signed merch, like hoodies, pants, and stuff.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear back from the TV show for ages. But they told us we'd won and that it was coming.
Oh.
And nothing, like radio silence. So we decided to write. This is probably before email. We wrote a letter in, and we got a response from them maybe a month later with a pack of like 10 stickers saying,
Oh, no.
oh, we're really sorry, the prize pack fell through, so here's some stickers to make up
no.
for it. And that was like in the height of our skate fever.
Damn.
So we were so bummed
Yeah,
out. We got 10
yeah.
stickers.
Oh, instead
so
of
what do
all
we do
these-
with it? You can't write a sticker.
Yeah, right.
There's no wheels on it.
Kickflip this sticker. Come on.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing.
Damn, that sucks.
That does suck.
Marcus, you're not a competition enterer, so
No,
you've
no,
never
I'm
been in
not.
that situation.
I feel like because I'm a sore loser.
Right.
So
And you're like, entering
But
a lot
there's
of
a competition
competitions
that
would
I
be
enter.
losing a lot.
yeah, I'm like no.
I didn't win.
I mean, I would if it's 1 or 2 competitions. Who cares?
Yeah.
If I start entering many competitions and lose every single one of them,
Yeah.
I lose faith in competitions.
I understand that in competitions where it's been like 25 words or less, and I feel
Yeah.
like I nail it.
Yeah.
If I don't win for a
Yeah,
very brief period,
yeah.
I have resentment towards that brand and be like,
Yeah.
they got bad taste.
was I
They
not funny
just
enough?
don't know.
Well, this is where I think my bad taste in competitions really came through. Was we were in a band as kids, Damien.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Right.
we went to this show that was like whoever brings the most people
Oh, this
wins.
was Cockfest,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, that's it. Cockfest.
Right, it was called Rockfest. Because people would be like, what kind of concert is called Cockfest?
Rockfest.
You were kids. Why are you playing at a festival called Cockfest?
No, it was like hens.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it. That's it.
was
That's
fun.
it. It was illegal cockfighting. No, anyway, and we brought a busload of people. We brought like 40 people.
On a bus.
No, it was a literal bus.
bus.
Like,
A literal
we brought
bus.
a bus.
Yeah, we literally bought a bus.
Yep.
And it's like whoever brings the most people wins. I don't know what we won.
You got it was a cash prize.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, it was a cash
I think
prize.
it was like almost like it was over $500. It was
Yeah.
a lot of money.
And turns out whoever was adjudicating or was at the door, they were putting their names down, whatever it was. They were friends with one of the bands, and that band won.
So they basically just sort of like shifted the numbers around
Yeah.
to make
So
it look
I
like
think
that
that band brought like 10 people.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
we totally brought more, and
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
like, oh, that's nice. Like, and
Yeah.
ever since then, I'm like, doesn't matter.
Marcus is
there's,
like,
always, there's always some corrupt
I'm
pig.
never entering a competition again.
I just think if you bring a literal busload of people,
Yeah, right.
that's all you need.
Give me some credit.
Yeah.
'cause,
Yeah.
Anyway.
what should they do? Should they contact? They said they've got anxiety. So they'd feel bad if they were to contact them.
No, I think like it was over Instagram. Is that what they
Yeah, it
said?
was Instagram, but it was a brand of soap based on a podcast they like. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
what
weird.
the fuck? Like,
That's
I'm like
very
Inception
unique.
trying to work this out. Like, it's
Yeah.
a podcast soap. Like, if we had a podcast soap for our podcast, what the fuck would it be?
I mean,
A crown? A crown.
it'd be the scent of disappointment.
It smells like nothing.
I mean, Mark, because you were working